I am sure I want to start the live event. All right, we're on the air. Who's in here?
Sorry.
Let the countdown begin before we reveal our genre.
Oof.
I know that's what they're all here
Right,
for.
we're on the air.
Dying to know the answer.
Who's in here?
Oh, crazy. Nice.
Can you see?
Let the countdown
Yes,
begin.
I'm like watching a
reveal
delayed version of myself because I'm that crazy person.
Oh, you're watching the public view?
I gotta lower it.
No, I want to see if you can see the people that are in the chat.
We're kicking the stack.
Someone just posted something.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, let's go.
What up, Sprightly?
Oh, hey.
You're right.
That's Chris. Hey,
Hi,
man.
Chris.
Chris is a musician too. Chris taught me a lot about music production and guitar.
Oh, wow.
He is a formative influence in the Baby Got Back Talk chronology, or my part of it at least.
Thank you, Chris.
Big up to Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're all beneficiaries of your wisdom.
Truly. You can keep track of the chat, Jake?
Yeah, I can keep up with the chat. I want to see if I can find out how many people are watching, but it's all right.
I
like a
know
joke.
the number.
11?
11.
Oh wow. All right,
So thanks to anybody who has listened to the record already. Although if you waited till now, that would be forgivable. You know.
Yeah.
Might be like more climactic if you did wait, but we're really excited to share this with everyone tuning in. And I'm really excited to like stare at my bandmates' faces while they listen, thinking their true feelings will finally emerge about each song.
Hell yeah.
So for those of you who know only one of us personally or know none of us, I'm Jake. I'm the guitarist and sometimes vocalist.
And I am... Sorry, you want to go first? I'll go after you.
After
you.
Oh,
DJ D-Rec.
I'm Derek. I'm the drummer in the band. And I'm proud. And I'm proud. Go, Rihanna.
I'm Rihanna. I'm the violinist and also occasional vocalist. Very few occasions.
Very occasional. It's like turning screws.
Shut up.
Mr. G.
I'm the other dude. Also in the band.
All right. Should we do it? Should we kick it off? Back to before?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Put it simply, use this and yeah, muscle memory keeps us in touch. Baby, we made like freeway into replay. Can't be a crutch. America, you're so pale. I'm not one to see them, but we hide when it's cold. Damn, you got me on the edge of something more than just my seat. It's a blood rush to the head if we just let history repeat. I'm not one to see what we had, but it's cause I know we can go back. Sam, you got me on the edge of something more than just my seat. It's a blood rush to the head if we just let history repeat. I'm not one to see what we had, but it's cause I know we can go back to before.
That was back to before.
Yeah.
Takes-
Awesome.
Oh wow, thank you, Chris. That was definitely Take Us to Your Grave. Definitely an influence that went into like this album for sure. That was the first single we released back in May on The Alternative, which was kind of like a dream come true for us.
Yeah, well, if I had glasses, I'd push them back up my nose right now. I would say
I can do that.
technically the first single was When They Go Low.
Technically, the first single was Historically White College.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
No. That's too far reach. That's too technical.
Okay, there's a limit to the pedantry, I guess.
Yeah, definitely a dream come true in a lot of ways. The Alternative is a blog we're all readers of and that we respect and that we found out about some cool bands via. But it was cool to release that as a single, even though I know when I was younger, I always thought it was like stupid when the band would like peel the first song off as the first single. I don't know why, that always annoyed me. It just seemed too like if the purpose of a single is not to totally simulate the experience of listening to the record, then like why would you introduce the album with the song you introduced the album with? But I don't know. I'm getting over it. Okay, I'm working on it.
Well, you can tell young Jirasim that technically the first single was not that.
It's a good point. That should shut him up.
Yeah, that's right.
Hello, everybody. Chiming in on the chat. What up, what up? Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much for tuning in.
For real.
Oh, I want to see the chat.
All right, on to Space Jam.
What's next? This one's definitely this. I like this one.
Yeah,
One of my
this,
favorites.
this one is kind of taken off.
Oh no.
Halo hero, horn rim glasses, hell-bent, heaven-sent type. Sending signals through deep space in search of intelligent life. You're not one to settle, the plot set to cattle. Don't lower yourself, your highness, the silence that's killing me softly down to the sides. Wherever you run to, doesn't come you like here. You're the queen of the last frontier. Hit me to that ego motion you used to outthink. Participation, trophy husbands, I make apple mixed. You're not one to settle, the plot set to cattle. Don't lower yourself, your highness, the silence has killing me softly down to the side. dragging me like we're in cahoots. Don't lower yourself, your highness. The silence has killing me something down to a silence. Wherever you run to doesn't become you. Wherever you run to, stay here. You're the queen of the last frontier.
And that was Space Jam.
Yay!
Chris, I actually did not do the album art. I did the album art for the last single, but there was we kind of had like a mix of artists for these for this album cycle. But I just got like a iPad with the little pencil thing, so I am on deck for future art things for us.
Count on that. Shout to Modern Misery, who did the art for the album, as well as for Back to Before. As Jake mentioned, he did Unrelatable content. And then shout also Julia Sharp-Levine for doing the Space Jam artwork. And I guess also to NASA for influencing it.
Yeah, that was a clever visual pun.
Yeah, I thought it was super clever.
Space is the place.
Yeah.
Space is
Never
the
looking. And maybe we're going to next after all this crazy.
Maybe that was too 90s space hog of me, but
Never, never.
I had to.
No, it was totally on point.
100% on point.
All right.
I mean, the song is named after a 90s movie reference. So.
For now.
True.
It's 90s for now.
True.
Oh yeah, the second one's coming
Truth.
out.
Is that happening though? When is Hollywood coming back?
Who knows? It'll probably all be done on like an iPhone. It'll be the whole story of
Wait,
that.
who's-
It'll be all like various iPhone shots because it'll be all done in pandemic.
wait, that's really happening?
Dude, LeBron.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Like that's a real thing?
Yeah, man. LeBron
Space
James.
Yeah.
Jam too? LeBron James?
Was the song also influenced by Bugs
my
Bunny and
God.
Michael Jordan? I mean, it was like, yeah, that's the movie, right?
That
Well,
is the movie.
it was one of those titles that like we were juiced on the song, but we never actually referred to it the same way. We kept being like, "Oh, Queen of the Last Frontier," or like the space one,
Yeah.
or like the falsetto one. And so I felt like, oh, it's that means that there's like not a title that the lyrics immediately, I don't know, lend themselves to. So I was just like, man, Space Jam is such a iconic movie, but I haven't really heard any puns on like jam, like dunk, versus jam, like a good song. So I was like, the time is right. We got to do
Awesome.
Yeah, I
I
remember
love it all.
us being like slightly worried about it getting like lost in the shuffle
Oh,
amongst if like Space Jam 2 featuring LeBron James came out and like suddenly you couldn't find the song online, but I guess we beat him to the punch.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be a problem right now.
That said, LeBron, if you're out there and you're looking for the closing credits accompaniment, look no further.
Oh yeah.
Indeed.
Just let us know in the chat
Oh yeah.
if you're on the stream.
Let us-
Clever.
All right. Next up is a song that was not released as a single. So y'all are hearing it for the first time today. I remember this syncs up with Space Jam, like Dark Side of the Moon.
I like that. I mean,
God.
that was very clever.
God, that would be
Dude.
fantastic.
Imagine.
Who is like telling our
amazing.
secrets here? How did that leak?
There's a mole among us.
Who's the mode?
All right. Anywhere but here.
I keep a residence in my parents' basement for the time being, cause my old girlfriend found a new replacement. She's been seen and I'm not sure if I still want her. It just depends. Some nights I think I might confront her and tell all my friends, if we had plans tonight, then count me out. I'm leaving to chance of my whereabouts. And I say, hey baby, what say we pack our bags and blow this town? If I got her riding shotgun or in the backseat, windows down, anywhere but here would do. I just want to stay near you, it's true. I hide the evidence till no one's listening. Late at night, her presence is just what's missing in my life. Lately I've been thinking of her. I don't know why, hoping that I'll be discovered and she'll tell that guy, if we had plans tonight, then count me out. I'm leaving to chance of my whereabouts. And she'll say, bye baby, what say we part our ways and end this ride? I won't miss you, it's no issue, don't matter where you hide. Anywhere would do. Wave goodbye in the rear view, we're through. It's not that the grass is greener over state lines where you went. It's just that the past is sweeter than anything that's happened since. Baby, what say we pack our bags and blow this town? If I got her riding shotgun or in the backseat, windows down, anywhere but here would do. I just want to stay. Whoa, bye bye baby, what say we part our ways and end this ride? I promise you, it's no issue, don't matter where you hide. Anywhere but here would do. Wave goodbye in the rear view, we're through.
I keep looking at that Dark Side of the Moon comment and cracking up.
Me too.
I know that.
I
That
don't know
was
if you
really
guys
funny.
do this, but like when you hear like I guess these songs, like do you guys also like kind of remember what the fingerings are and like kind of like air them, like the favorite parts that you remember being particularly good? Or am I just a
Yes.
freak?
No,
Okay.
Like play
I
them
was there.
in my head or like on.
Not even. I mean like I'm here, I'm like, oh I remember this part and I'm like, nah.
I was air
As the song
drumming
is
before.
going.
It's cool. I
Okay.
air drum.
All right.
By the way,
Also
this
as
song
bad.
belongs in the reimagining of Dawsons Creek. Just throwing that out there. Any of our fans are TV people, we need to do that.
Is that a thing as well?
No, I wish.
No.
I just thought of it now, but how cool would that be?
Have you guys watched? I've never watched Dawson's Creek. What was
Oh,
that even
man.
on?
Like mid-90s?
No.
I mean, I know.
The
I mean, like what channel? I was just not.
Channel
Sounds-
Channel 11?
That sounds like a WB show.
Channel
if there
11. That
ever
was Channel
one.
11.
WB 11.
Yeah,
Never watched
probably.
Dawson's Creek.
I
Just know
think.
there was the lake in the water. That's all I remember. And then
The Creek.
the Amanda, yeah. and then I remember that the Amanda Show did a parody of it and called it like Moody Had a Point, like Moody's.
Moody's Point. Oh man, I forgot about that.
It's like
Wow.
Dawson had a creek, Moody had a point. And I don't remember. I think like someone lost a limb. Things happen.
That's pretty funny.
Amanda Show was a weird time. Lots of lobsters and the fake Judge Judy.
Judge
I feel like that's
Trudy.
kind of our brand.
Oh,
it is.
Just like
You
absurd.
know.
Somebody said. Oh, Curie said CW, so it was the WB.
CW?
Wait,
Yeah,
those
but,
are two different things. I think.
Really?
No,
But, like,
WB
WB
became
CW,
CW.
didn't it?
Yeah, that's what became CW.
Oh,
so,
I see.
So it's really the WB. Back in
I
the day.
see. W.
Oh,
So
Time to watch Dawson's Creek, right?
soundtracks for
Right?
fictional angsty teens. That's what we
Yeah.
do. That's what the genre. We revealed it. That's the genre.
That's
we've actually, I think like multiple songs
That's
have been written like with that in mind. Like you always would say, I guess this is glowing up off the last EP was
for sure.
the like Chad Michael Murray soundtrack.
yes.
True.
True.
And it got to be such a weird running joke that I would just like try to introduce the song, but then end up talking about Chad Michael Murray live for a good
I remember that.
2.5 minutes while people blinked and stared.
I remember those.
Honestly, it was my favorite part of the set, but
I
it
was-
wasn't
you know,
very
I-
rock and
It
roll.
was mine too, because it was different.
I
And
enjoyed it too.
genuinely, every time I was like, oh, wait, every time you ask, I'm like, what is he doing?
Like
What is he
like
doing?
now
Yeah. What's he been in?
since crap what One
You
Tree
were
Hill.
watching Was he? Let's see.
Okay.
Let's fast-
A
let's
Cinderella
fast-
story, Hillary Duff.
Yes,
Say
that's
Hillary
the-
Duff.
in the diner. That movie was good.
You know how they say people are attractive based on like how symmetrical they are or whatever? It's not
That's a
it's not my bag, but it's a concept, right? And I feel like he's one of the few heartthrobs where I'm like, good Lord, you're like blindingly symmetrical. Like it actually, I'm like, oh, I see what they're talking about because I don't know, it's like the two planes of his face are like too similar.
So it's
Anyone?
it's like
Bueller?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
so it's like an uncanny valley thing for
agree,
you.
I
He's
agree.
like
He's a little, like,
he's
creepy
less
similar.
he's too symmetrical to be attractive to you.
No, I'm not saying he's unattractive. I'm saying he's both someone celebrated for being attractive and someone I can recognize as strikingly symmetrical.
Fair enough. I
You
feel
know, I've never looked at Beyonce and been like, damn, she's so symmetrical.
Yeah.
You know, the thought has never crossed my mind. But you know, I don't know. But with him, I'm like, oh, I see the golden ratio.
Nah. I did a project on that in college once about
You
the golden
would.
ratio. Shut up.
About symmetry.
And it's funny because I do
Selfie
go around now
queen.
noticing everyone's face chemistry. I'm like, oh gosh, I'm that freak. No.
No.
All right.
Yeah, speaking of heartthrobs, this is unrelatable content.
She said, boy, you need a shrink to keep things a size that you can manage. And I did not think I'd prefer when size can do their damage. Tangled in the toffee. Oh, bed sheets in a high pile. She calls me holding coffee. I catch her in her eyes smile. And start up like a teen now. That boy shit is not my sound. The thickest clothes. Legs get shut up with the derpy show. Tips and teacups like a whisk. Sound like you're drunk. I have long since lost all interest in that stuff. I'm not waging war on self-absorbed. I'm just aiming for something so much more. She said, well, you need a drink to wash out the taste that you can't swallow. But I spill this ink, cause that's not a lead that I can't follow. But it's not on my talent to take it all in without blinking. I'm just trying to find a balance between over and underthinking. And you know what the difference is.
Someone took the next part. This
Well done is good riddance.
is my favorite part.
Which isn't to say I wouldn't miss it. Whoa.
Missing it. Okay, I'm not I remember in the before time, this would be the part where I would be like, hey DJ. No pressure, nothing, but in my memory.
I'm just aiming for something so much more. Something so much more. But it's not among my talents to take it all in without blinking. I'm just trying to find a balance between over and underthinking. And if knowing what the difference is would call my inner wilderness good riddance. Which isn't to say I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
I think that's my favorite one off the record.
That's one of my faves too.
That's laughable, Rihanna.
No, I agree.
Wait, that's also your favorite?
It's up there for me. It really is.
It's fine.
It's
All right, so cool and aloof.
no, I was making fun of Rihanna. I wasn't
Oh.
saying it's fine.
It's fine.
Unrelatable content, the concept, just like those words. I don't know. Maybe I think about like this song so often because of those words, because I just feel bummed out when I'm on social media and like everything is about like uniformity and co-signing things. And I just like want people to be more purposefully weird more often. And I feel like unrelatable content, the song, and I guess by contributing that phrase to the vernacular, is like I'm hoping will subtly influence people to be more aggressively dissimilar once in a while.
Maybe she's refreshing.
And yeah, Rihanna's taking that really literally by leaving the chat.
No, I'm back. Apologies.
That song's got two great parts though, because it's got the Motion City soundtrack part, which is kind of like the verse, and then it's got the American football part. So just, we got that in there too, which is awesome. And in the artwork too.
I was hoping that would cause more of a furor on social media.
Oh, like copyright infringement? Oh no.
No, just like a hubbub. I don't want to get sued by Mike Kinsella.
Oh, true. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that.
I like the Motion City part, and I like the the American football part, but you can't leave out the yeah part, which is where you kind of go Travis Barker with the beat, Derek, and then
I was gonna say, which part is that?
Jake goes Nick Zinner. Yeah.
The like.
Okay.
That's Baby Got Back Talk. We're just like a casual pastiche of stolen parts from other bands. That's how we roll.
That basically is the songwriting process for us.
Parts strewn, right?
I mean, it's like you gotta it's not like trying to like actually steal it, but it is. It's just like whatever you hear as like the the kind of most prominent reference, just like you like pulled it out just so everyone can get on the same page when you're talking about it, trying to like figure out which part goes where.
True that.
It's funny that you call it those parts though, because that the I like those parts, but that's like totally the I'm totally like a complimentary in a complimentary place on the song on that song. For me, it's like the chorus and then I guess the outro, which is what we've referred to as the Disney part.
You know what's funny? Like when we first started playing together, I remember like Raul, the first producer we ever worked with, he was like tracking Rihanna on some part, and he was like, I don't know about this violin, man. Like it's just a little bit too Disney for me. And I hadn't even like thought of Disney as like a comparison for the band at all at that point. And I was like a little bit offended by the comparison, but I held back my tears. I choked them back.
Wow.
But then later, Jake was talking about. Jake has compared like 4 or 5 different Baby Got Back Talk songs to something from Disney, and now I've come to terms with the fact that it actually Disney's a core influence. It's in there. It's in there.
I feel like I've seen on the internet recently like a bunch of people that talk about like millennials who are like now they stan Disney even though they're like full-fledged adults, and I'm just like, oh man, I feel exposed.
Okay, but think about how many baby boomers remained obsessed with Star Wars into their like 60s. Like we can't have nice things.
That's
we
true.
can't have our own generational touchstones that are like from childhood. I think we can.
That's
I'm
true.
with
I'll
you
fight
on
for
that
this
one.
one.
I'm with you.
That'll probably be me too.
Hell yeah.
TBH. Speaking of Raul, he actually produced the original version of this next song when we recorded it the first time. And now we've recorded it again.
It sounds really good. This one's like actually one of my favorites.
This one's dope.
Mhm.
Kids are alright, but they say I'm welcome. The kids are polite, so I don't dare tell them. Every now and then I feel like it at the end. It's what I need the bridge. I just do it clear like your legs.
Why is this not working for me now? Oh no. All right, let me try and refresh. Oh no. Be right back, guys. Rihanna, I'm stopping it for you.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It was fine. Please. I heard it that time.
Sorry, friends.
Sorry. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good.
It's not working for me.
No, it's working. Oh,
We did bring it back.
yes.
What is going on? Oh. There we go. All right.
We're on the Brady Bunch theme right now.
The Brady Bunch.
All right, one more time.
The kids are alright, but they say I'm welcome. The kids are polite, so I don't dare tell them. Every now and then I feel like it at the end. It's what I need the bridge. I just do it clear like your legs. Monday morning, read the class list. They're going to need some extra practice. Saying your name so the flight kids in your midst whisper terrorist. Then you try and make up your minds if you're gonna hear up this time. If you wanna discuss this sense of injustice, then you come to the wrong place. The kids are alright, but they say I'm welcome. The kids are polite, so I don't dare tell them. Every now and then I feel like it at the end. It's what I need the bridge. I just do it clear like your legs. You're spending your time looking inward, then singing rap songs with the N-word. You thought that this place was lots of censor. All that means is that they ain't cool. You try and make up your minds if you're gonna hear up this time. If you wanna discuss this sense of injustice, you come to the wrong place. The kids are alright, but they say I'm welcome. The kids are polite, so I don't dare tell them. Every now and then I feel like but they say I'm welcome. You're too polite, so I don't dare tell them. Every now and then I feel like an alien. It's right underneath the bridge. You're too polite, but they say I'm welcome. You're too polite, so I don't dare tell them. Every now and then I feel like an alien. It's right underneath the bridge. I still feel like that's the way it is. That is strictly white college.
Alrighty.
That song makes me feel so warm.
Yeah, that was the first Baby Got Back Talk song recorded.
Legit. I don't know if I ever said this out loud before, only in my head, and now I guess I'll just share it. But this was like, I think when Jira brought this song up to me for the very first time, and I like kind of read the content, I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm in a real punk band. And I was so like that kid from South Park. Like I was so happy. Like that was just like my first like I'm in a rock band. I'm cool.
Say a little more. Like what was it about the song that made you think that?
I think on this song particularly, obviously the content, because it's something that I've always, thanks mom, I've always wanted to like obviously talk about and bring and make a point of, because it's obviously one of those things that is so underlying like in society, but it's never like actually abruptly addressed. And so I remember, I think you messaged, text, I don't remember. I remember you reached out and you were like, hey, this is the song I want to do. This is the lyrics. And I was like, like that inner person that's always wanted to get really upset when everyone wanted to call me Riri. Like, sorry to everyone who has called me Riri. Fine, okay, I've accepted this as my thing in life, and I'll deal. But yeah, or at least just it resonated, and then I felt cool to like be part of it. That was fun. Yeah.
I remember calling Jake and Rihanna individually when I first had a draft of that, because I was like, I don't know, feeling like paranoid that it was gonna be like too angry a song or something, which doesn't make sense in a punk rock context. But I remember just being like really skittish about it at first, like, no, this is what I had in mind, and like here's the context, and like it's not meant to be incendiary, but please, And
it was very cautious. It was very cautious, actually.
And it's weird to think about like how many people the song has resonated with in the time since, because it seemed like a sentiment that would likely be misunderstood. And I'm sure it is by some people. But by at least the more vocal people, it's been right on target, which is cool.
Yeah. That's my feet. I also remember getting crazy allergies when we were recording that song. Do you remember?
Is that because we did the like pre-recording at Raoul's and he had cats?
Yeah. So at the time I didn't have a cat, but like the gentleman we recorded with had a long-haired cat, and we were just in the place that he had been, and I couldn't be inside, so I just couldn't breathe inside, and then I went outside, still couldn't breathe, and when I returned, Raoul turns to me and he's like, oh, did you happen to see a cat outside? There was, the neighbor has a cat too. So it was just surrounded by allergens. It looked like a big blister. Remember you?
Raul's getting a lot of love in this chat. Shout out Raul. While we're doing shout outs, big up Harper's Landing, who just released an EP on Bandcamp.
Yes! I love the album.
Congrats on the album release, guys. Thank you, Zach, for coming to this. Shout out Kiri Oliver and Early Riser also. Dope band from our scene. They're locals. Show them some love if you got some time.
You got a great cellist.
Yeah, we've played with both of those bands. Are like super fun to play with, and hopefully we can continue to do so once life resumes in 2045.
That's what it feels like, yeah.
Seriously. We're all going to be traveling through tubes to get places.
Bubble shows.
They're saying 2022 for live music, man.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Oh
we'll get through it together.
We'll figure it out. We have these live stream things, and I can wear whatever I want and not worry about the weather. I'm okay with it. For now,
Yeah, we
I
can-
will. I will manage.
We could do we could do quarantine live stream performances.
Yeah.
It's probably the future of music for a little while.
Exactly.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right. Yeah, so if you're just, I don't know like who's like coming, or I can't see like the number of people here, but we're about halfway through here. The genre reveal party listening party. And yeah, should we on to the next?
On to the next one.
Hopefully the
We're at
waveform thing works now.
I think we're at 19, Jake.
19. Oh, cool. Dope.
Hello,
Hello.
19 people.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, I'm playing. There we go.
You keep it exciting with the grin beneath your beauty mark. That's sweet and inviting as I started sinking, moving plots, and I've been so hooked with mixed signals you've been giving me. I can't lift my tongue, so make it on our chemistry. In the dark, I'm dying to find out where we stand. If the sparks go flying according to the plan, the scars still a riddle, 'cause your friends are saying different things. I'm stuck in the middle. Is it saxophones or is it strings? So read this tarot card and make us both so fortunate. I took this arrow hard. Tonight we'll find out what it meant. In the dark, I'm dying to find out where we stand. If the sparks go flying according to the plan, here's my heart, you're my light on match player hand. Open suddenly hold a candle like you can. Open suddenly hold a candle like you can. Skip all the second thoughts and we'll get close. Put me on down a notch on your bedpost. Skip all the second thoughts and we'll get close. Put me on down a notch on your bedpost. In the dark, I'm dying to find out where we stand. If the sparks go flying according to the plan, here's my heart, you're not right, a match player hand. Open suddenly hold a candle like you. In the dark, I'm dying to find out where we stand. If the sparks go flying according to the plan, here's my heart, you're not right, a match player hand. Open suddenly hold a candle like you can. Open suddenly hold a candle like you can.
So, as a callback to the top of this listening party, Rihanna introduced herself as the occasional vocalist. Those were
Occasional.
two songs back to back in which your backing vocals are prominent and awesome. I want to point out the bridge of Historically White College, you do a sick harmony, and in the bridge of that song, Like You Can, it's you and Jake harmonizing again, and both those songs are like on my to-do list of elements to play with more. We work on new stuff, even newer stuff, I should say, since this album's less than 24 hours old.
Yeah. Yeah, the
I
harmony.
mean, if you're gonna continue, oh, sorry, you first,
I was
Jake.
just gonna say the harmony on. I really love the harmony you did on the chorus or the bridge of this one. It's a standout
Yes,
composition.
Talking about you.
A whole me? Thank you. I was gonna. Oh man, I lost what I was gonna say. Whoa, now I know. I was gonna. Jer, if you're going to be continuously praising me in live streams, maybe I'll consider more. I guess maybe maybe I'll do more. We'll bump occasionally to like often, maybe more. Slightly taken occasionally away.
Hold her accountable, people. She said that on the mic. So
I said it on the mic.
We'll just
I'll
remind you of all the
do.
adoring fans you're gonna let down if you abdicate
There you
your
go.
vocal duties.
Okay. I feel like that sad, like the big head that turns slouch and sad and does like okay, but okay. All right.
So we're gonna give the people what they want.
You?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yes.
So, I know if some of our fans from the Instagram, we had a raffle, and I am going to do the raffle here, and I'm going to make it really clear so everyone sees. We had 6 participants, and thank you to those participants. Everyone's going to get thingies, and it's going to be fun. And I just want to show the prizes because I'm especially proud of them because I made them with my own 2 little hands. But we have super limited edition, one-of-a-kind Baby Got Back Talk keychains. So they're created, they're made with Shrinky Dinks, and they are all hand-drawn by me. So I did everything, and I put them in ultraviolet resin with letter beads. So 2 people are going to get this.
I feel like I'm on QVC right now. Punk rock
Real quick.
QVC.
And I'm going to shout my mom real quick because I've watched
good.
so much QVC and HSN. I know everything. So I know how to do this. We're going to start the meeting, whatever. So I'm going to start it now. And this is my bowl. And these are the things you can't see. But I don't know what's going on. We're shaking.
QVC turned Food Network.
What is going to happen? What is happening in the bowl? Oh, snap, one fell out. Okay, I'm looking away. All right, I'm looking. I'll go to try. Okay. I'm not looking. I pulled out one. I pulled out another. I'm just really trying to emphasize that I'm trying to do this blind. So
Rihanna is terrified people will think that she's playing favorites with this
you have
raffle.
no idea. I am fair and square up in her. All right,
Rest
first
assured.
winner. Oh,
Thank you so
Oh,
much
yeah.
for showing up, Chris. Appreciated.
yes.
Mhm.
All right. So the first winner is Early Riser. Yay! Early Riser gets a keychain.
Woo!
So,
There we go.
So
Snaps to that.
we would
That's
love
awesome.
a representative from the lovely Early Riser to what's it called? Sorry, send me shipping information and you will get it shortly.
We'll
And
connect.
so our second winner is
Don't you
Rachel.
play drums? Like, where's the drum roll?
Oh yeah,
Derek?
Derek, come on.
Oh, my
Do
bad.
your job.
All right, I'll hold it. All right.
Everything to tap on. Everything's too far away.
Woo! Yay! You get a keychain.
Who is it?
Rachel,
Oh,
who
dope.
is from a couple of really great bands. She's from Universe Ignore Her and from Gibbons, and they are thebomb.com. Also have really great, like I think their album cover is one of my favorites too, with the animal skull. I like that.
Which? Gibbons?
Gibbons had that one, and Universe Ignore Her is the
Big up to both those bands.
big up to both. So lovely winners and everyone participating, thank you so much. And if you guys are super interested in more of these super special edition Baby Got Back Talk things, we'll probably do more raffles. We'll see if there's interest. Plus, consider how much money you'll get when we have to sell it on eBay when we're super famous and we're giving our kids, what's it called? Birkin bags for our 2-year-olds they won't appreciate. We'll get there.
I don't know what those are,
Yeah, is
but I
that a
think
good bag?
I'm using
It's-
context
oh.
clues.
Okay, I'm sorry. I guess I'm the only one who apparently Cardi gave her daughter Culture, I think she's like for her 2nd birthday, a Birkin bag, and those are like thousands of dollars.
Oh.
And she just gave her like a little bag. It's
Okay.
good. Yeah. Like I could probably pay for a semester of school with the money I could pay for a Birkin bag. I should just ask my
understand
mom. Mom, you want to explain what a Birkin bag is real quick? Because I know you know.
That was a pretty good explanation. So we're gonna follow this moment of triumph for Early Riser and Rachel with a bummer of a song, because that's how we roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
The greatest weapon that has prospered against us is the story that they offer to convince us. Reverse the barrels of badges and barrels, the office of fears for our life. And now grim ways not to forget that I'm a soul. Check to that breathing is a threat to the republic. Perhaps I can push, but living this fuss is actually like. Lately, I admit I can be a nihilist, but if Officer Friendly finds reason to end me, it's not because I gave her one. It's not because I gave her one. The shortest distance from the cradle to the casket is to go about the business of your blackness. Write your last stanza before body cameras. The officer fears for her life. And we've been filling up the streets and saying their names, but it really can't compete with turning airways. Quick to excuse misguided views, we're snatching them back. Lately, I admit I can be a nihilist, but the kid isn't crazy about pushing up daisies. I know I'm not a favorite son. Life in your crosshair hasn't been a crystal stare, but if Officer Friendly finds reason to end me, it's not because I gave her one. You go low, we go 6 feet under. Head 5 low. I didn't stutter. Lately, I admit I can be a nihilist, but the kid isn't crazy about pushing up daisies. I know I'm not a favorite son. Life in your crosshair hasn't been a crystal stare, but if Officer Friendly finds reason to end me, it's not because I gave her one. It's not because I gave her one.
If I could tell you how often that part when Jira sings when they go low, like really, so like we go 6 feet under, that like bridge part, it's like over 9 million. It's always stuck in my head at very random times for hours.
Yes.
Pretty sure I made my cat dance to that. I'm like, let go, no. He does what I say. So.
Yeah, so that was the first song that we, the technical first single from this. And we put that out like just over a year ago. And I feel like we've like talked about this, and we've definitely talked about this in the band before, but just like one. I mean, I like that song a lot, but it's like just it's like a protest song, and it's frustrating to see its continued relevance play out like on so large a stage. Like you just want it to be obsolete.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I definitely echo that frustration. But then I guess one of the heartening dimensions of it is that some people know who've watched the video for When They Go Low. We sort of chose to use the music video as an opportunity to highlight the Say Her Name movement, which is a campaign to draw attention to the disproportionate murder of Black women at the hands of police. And I think one of the original impetuses for the movement is that when people are aware of state violence, racist state violence in particular, they tend to focus on the male victims. And Say Her Name is a movement intended to sort of broaden people's conception of the problem. I would say in the time since we released the video, which was like,
Whoa.
He'll come back. Cliffhanger.
In the time since we released the video.
yeah, we've begun
Yeah.
to see a shift in consciousness in terms of people recognizing the breadth of the problem, which is to say, expanding the frames that they use to understand state violence and social problems so that it includes women, girls, and femmes. So it's unfortunate that there's still so many names to say. But on the other hand, one thing that is positive is that that sort of myopia where we have this really male-centric conception of where the outrage should lie. That has shifted, not entirely, but in increments. And hopefully that's the kind of thing that we can continue to encourage in terms of using our platform to draw attention to causes like Say Her Name and related ones.
Yeah, it's definitely
For sure.
I mean, it definitely has been, I guess, just like gratifying to just like be a play like our own small part in like this much bigger movement. Like it feels like very crucial work.
Agreed.
I also kind of thought like, sometimes I can't think of any specific examples, but I know there's like a history of rappers being on trial and the prosecution trying to use what they see as incriminating lyrics as evidence to support whatever claim is being levied against the rapper. And so when we wrote this song, I was sort of thinking about like, what if there's a weird flip side to that? Like, I really wanted to go on record talking about the situation of police brutality so that if I did end up in a confrontation that turned deadly or even just, dangerous, like literally all of my friends and anyone who'd ever heard this band could like testify that the narrative that would likely, that the police would likely deploy to defend themselves was something totally implausible and like totally inconsistent with the character of the person they were trying to, incriminate. So like the whole, I had to go for it because he was reaching for my gun thing. I just thought it was important to like, if I was ever in a situation like that, which unfortunately is always a potentiality, people could literally go on Spotify and be like, this is a dude who would not do that and is very aware of the likelihood of that kind of rhetoric being deployed to like sanitize brutality or abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a perversion of like the trials against Tupac in the 90s, or even like the anti-obscenity trial that Allen Ginsberg got into in like the 60s.
Right.
Don't sigh like that.
It's a lot.
This is pop punk, man. It's not heavy.
He's not happy. I know. I know.
We can
I know.
we can lighten the mood and go on to something. I think the next one is much lighter.
No, we need the heavies to enjoy the light parts. I
Well,
like that.
That is one thing that I like. I think is fun about being in this band is that there is definitely like a breadth of like moods. Like
I agree.
When They Go Low is like the for sure the like heaviest song, but and then there's like a few songs before there's Anywhere But Here, which is kind of this like folk rock forlorn love anthem.
Yeah.
So it's
Folk rock? Come on, dude.
all right.
That's my feelings. Folk rock.
It has that intro.
I prefer mom rock. Like I feel like Anywhere But Here is what you listen to on the way to Target.
It's the genre reveal, man.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. I got someone supporting my side. It's all good.
Psy Nation. All right, now for
Great.
something completely different.
The side up is you and me, the highway. I'm the god of kids. Wise cracks, for wheels and snapbacks. Try it right. I get so caught up in time lapse. Photos me a fair match. Tell me if you've heard this one before. Are you ever on a ride? Spend the whole time knowing you never run into a ride. Forget where you're going. The setup is you and me, the highway and the ghetto kids. We were queuing the tracks, I'm seeing the back of. Let us live with something to write home about and planning this for one side, treading the punchline. Lie back, fall into my lap. That slip and tears. Anyone within that years. Are you ever on a ride? Spend the whole time knowing you never run into a ride. Forget to where you're going. The setup is you and me, the highway and the ghetto kids. We were queuing the tracks, I'm seeing the back of. Let us live with something to write home about and bury this for one time, treading the punchline. Hold your breath, we know what's next. Tell me if you've heard this one before. Second slap to second guess. Tell me if you've heard this one before. Side up is you and me, the highway, I'm the guide of kids. We were queuing the tracks, I'm seeing the back of. Let us live with something to write home about and letting this one side, treading the punchline.
So while that song was playing, Jira informed the rest of the band that it's actually about death. So,
Kidding.
well, I mean,
That song.
I mean, it's about whatever you want it to be about. But in Jira's mind, it's about death.
Also,
Death can be catchy, is all I'm saying.
also, just a point. One thing I also just like I'm thinking about as I was listening to this, I really like about this band is I enjoy that we do like really nice cutoffs. We like cut it off and then it reminds me of when I was in orchestra and we had like the hardest pieces. I thought those were the most impactful because they would always hold the audience and you could kind of control that energy and be like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And then whoosh. It's not obvious to the public. I'm classically trained.
Yeah, I don't. Wait, what do you mean by cut off? Like a
like when
build
we
up?
kind
Bring it down to the vacuum and then blast it all
I think
over.
Jared knows what I mean because
Pop it open.
I think I
Is that
explained
like
him one
a
time.
drop,
Into
like, as the kids would say?
The drop. Yeah, the drop, and then into the big chorus. Like open up the whole thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love that.
ooh, look what they did there.
It's mixed pretty low in that song, so you might not think about it. But I feel like the fact that Jake has glasses makes his like screaming ability sneak up on people. You know, like he seems like this like happy-go-lucky computer programmer. You know, and he is, but also a very good screamer. And the last two songs
Excellent
make use
screamer.
of that. Just want a hat tip to your screaming skills.
You're a good screamer.
It's a relic of my time as a metalcore vocalist.
I always surprises me. Like I need to see a picture of this. Not surprising me bad. I'm always like, cool. But
Picture when you just see video, man. Come on.
I'm pretty sure there's videos somewhere.
I'll dig it up.
We gotta dig it up on the YouTube or somewhere.
Even there though, when I feel like I bring this up to Sarah a lot, but there was like one time at a show where I was just like trying to hype the crowd, you know, like oh, you all excited? And I guess you say it like twice to like get them to like come louder. And my way of doing that was to say like, oh, tepid response. And she thought it was like really hilarious just to have some like be playing this like brutal ass music and then use the word tepid.
Tepid response. That's clever.
So that incongruence was noted even then.
My favorite type of comedy.
There is a video on our Instagram. Props to anybody who hunts it down of Jake screaming his lungs out in this bit.
Yes.
So I don't know if you need to go back to his like literal metalcore days for proof. You know?
It's actually not far in the Instagram.
It's in the pudding, yeah.
I think you brought it. I think you even brought it up again recently.
Was it one in the studio?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's just you screaming with no music behind it. Which is even better.
Is that from When They Go Low or Guilty?
I don't know.
Probably guilt. Maybe
it's probably guilty.
Oh, there's definitely one for guilty.
It's guilty because
yeah.
I remember like it became like a joke in the studio of how long I could hold out that scream.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's We Don't Need No Water. I was like, what is the line?
It could.
Yeah. That's epic.
And I like until like my coughed my lungs out.
I worried that I was impressed. I was like, wow.
Just channeling my inner Daryl Palumbo.
Yay, Glassjaw.
Glassjaw forever.
And Head Automatica too.
Ever. Head Automatica too, but not
as much as
not channeling the
but
screams that with not channeling
not
the Head
so much
Automatica screams.
Yeah, there's not too many in that band, but or any, I guess.
All right, we're in the home stretch here, so this is Call the Whole Thing On.
Thank you so much for everyone who's been hanging with us. Truly.
Yeah, absolutely.
For real.
It's
so much love to all of you for listening.
Yes.
So much love.
Yes.
Very appreciative. This honestly, I know I was about to play the song, but like it just like the like amount of like love and support that we've gotten recently is like so like unreal. And I like wake up and I like check like the Spotify stats and I'm just like, is this real life? And like seeing people when people like reply to us on Twitter and they're like actually vibing with stuff that we have made, it's like an amazing feeling. And like I absolutely do not take it for granted.
Yeah,
we're all, none of us do. We're all super thankful.
No.
So thank you everyone that's here.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
I told
yeah.
you guys. Oh, sorry. I keep cutting you all off. I was saying to you guys earlier. I did get so nervous from seeing all the new stats that I did indeed throw up.
Oh yeah. Are you okay? You're good.
I'm fine. But I did look and I was like, and I think all the excitement just kind of was.
Yeah.
That's the
I was like-
association everyone should have when they listen to our band. Like when you're at home rocking Baby Got Back Talk, just think you might be coaxing vomit out of Rihanna's mouth.
Or at least know that I was so
it's a
excited to put this out.
cause and effect, right? 1 to 1.
Right.
Oh my God.
just
That could be your goal, even.
yeah.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
now we're gonna. Sorry, no more poop jokes. My mom's gonna text me and be like, gross. All right.
No more.
All right.
No
Here
more.
we go.
All of those nights on the phone, debating our favorite Ramones. I didn't have the cajones to tell ya I want you, but now I'll disclose. Keeping momentals is just a distraction that's feeding the impulse to long for way back when. Seeing impulse is sweet, but it's sinful. It's not ever gonna happen. Let's go the whole thing on. This feeling's a little too strong. Even in part of your bones. We got nothing to show for it. Guess this is fooling me twice. I couldn't take that advice. The shame's an acceptable price. A rerun would be fun, and that would suffice. Cause keeping momentals is just a distraction that's feeding the impulse to long for way back when. And seeing your dimples is sweet and it's sinful. It's not ever gonna happen. Let's go the whole thing on. This feeling's a little too strong. Even in part of your bones. We got nothing to show for it. If right, hindsight gives you perfect vision. Slow burn, you return, say the worst decision. Sound off, let's talk, cause it's worth a listen. Slow burn, you return. Nightly, my memory gets brightly as if it wants to spite me. Until old Aphrodite has turned to sense like let's go the whole thing on. This feeling's a little too strong. Even in part of your bones. We got nothing to show for it. If right, hindsight gives you perfect vision. Slow burn, U-turns ain't the worst decision. Sound off, let's talk, cause it's worth a listen. Slow burn, U-turns.
I always really love that ending.
Yeah, it's
That
really
like
driving.
surprise. That surprise double time is like my favorite secret of this whole album. Or one of them.
Yeah, we do it. It's 2 songs, I think. When They Go Low and this one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Saw the group vocals. I appreciate that. The group vocals do sound good. I'm gonna say it.
I really appreciate your ad lib in the beginning. It took some coaxing to get you to do that. Let's go, but it
It
makes
did.
it for me.
Yeah.
It did. So
I loved it too.
I feel like I need to clarify on why I absolutely hate singing. So I obviously you guys know the story, but I had a teacher in high school that basically said to us like, no, oh yeah, I think basically I had like a terrible audition singing and they made me feel terrible. And I was like, oh, I'm awful. And I just never wanted to ever sing again. He was just always be very down on the group. So it wasn't great. And I do recall it did take a lot of coaxing to do that shout because I think my voice sounds very strange. I just hate the sound of it played back over and over and over again. I feel like I'm like, who is this nasally ass monster?
I mean, you are of like the group. You're probably in the less nasal half compared to like me and Shira.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate you feel that way. But yeah, I did, when I heard it, I was like, sounds good. Sounds good. So I guess thank you for coaxing that out.
Yeah.
It's the little things, right?
It is. It is indeed. Oh man, are we on the last one?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
The punctuation looks a little funky on Spotify, but for the record, we anticipate or we hope people would pronounce this one in-whileism. It's not just like nihilism misspelled.
Yeah, I'm like 90. I'm so sure that I
Oh.
I capitalized it correctly when I submitted it, but
Well, I mean, it's not like this band. We're having some problems with caps and lowercase. Like sometimes we're all lowercase, no spaces. Baby got back talk. Sometimes people are like, I refuse to conform with your bell hooks nonsense, right? And they're like, I'm gonna break this word up and capitalize every word in it. And then some people are like,
yeah,
no,
true.
back talk is one word, so it's gonna be baby space got space back no space talk.
that's
think
what
that one hurts my eyes the most.
that's the word. No.
Yeah.
No.
It goes three ways, yeah.
But you know, I have two capitals in my first name, so I'm kind of it sort of just is an extension of a problem I'm very familiar with.
Tom.
Tom.
That's Jira's Starbucks name.
Oh yeah.
That's one of many Starbucks.
That was I love that. 'Cause you're
Lately,
not-
I'm Bryce
Oh. With
Yeah.
with the Y.
It's just,
with a
I
Y.
love it.
Yes.
yeah,
I guess
with the
I guess
Y.
that's how it. Yeah.
Is
I
there any
freaking
other
love-
way spelled with an? I feel like Bryce looks jarring.
What? Bryce is jarring.
No, I said I feel like Bryce with an I.
Yeah,
like,
that's weird.
Oh.
I said
Yeah,
I
totally
said
right.
I asked with a Y and then I spelled it out the other way in my head and it doesn't look right.
Bryce with an I. Yeah, no, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Right, right.
It's a little
Right,
too
right.
immigration customs enforcement, right?
Yes.
We're not here for
None
that.
of that.
None
None of
of
that.
that shit. Hey, so this last song has some piano in it. We like to think of it as like, what if you mix like a fast mosh punk song with Coldplay? Sounds like a horrible idea, but it worked out.
All right.
We think.
Let's hit play.
I've been playing that game. I've never been fond of single people exchange. Double entendres and they hope to get laid with overawed mantras, but this is right tonight. You've been making those eyes, I'm making no difference. I've been making a price for keeping my distance, 'cause my rational side never does listen to antidotes for misanthropes. Why can I stomach. The peaking of interest, but never the summit. They've been rushing the stage and leaving me numbers. I get lost in nightmares and steal my own thunder. Am I over that phase? I'm not getting younger, so leave me, because honestly I'm just an egghead caught in bachelorhood, tired, joking. Oh, I've got all these songs to take home to be my folks. Why can I only stand the stomach? The peaking of interest, but never the summit. Why didn't eyes always sign me running? Seeking the nearest exit for nothing. Why can't I only stand the stomach? The peaking of interest, but never the summit. Why didn't eyes only sign me running? Seeking the nearest exit for nothing. Why can't I only stand the stomach? Why can't I only stand the stomach? Why can I only stand the stomach?
Oh, I welled up at the end.
You all right,
That's
Rihanna?
folks.
That's the album.
You okay, Rihanna?
I was just overcome with emotion of
She
like,
was so emotional that.
we did it.
Yeah.
First full length.
Oh, libraries are open,
They are?
apparently.
Mm.
Here we
Thank
went.
Uh,
Well, anyway, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks, so much for coming and
For
hanging
real.
with us. Yeah, we appreciate it so much. We're very
So
thankful and humbled to call you our friends and fans.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone.
We can't wait. Oh, go ahead. All you.
No, you have better words. You first.
that's why I like to talk before.
Save the best for last.
Okay. No, just reiterating to everyone. Obviously, like thank you to definitely thank you to the parents who've watched us a million times, took us to all our lessons, and all our fans who have dutifully watched us kind of come up in this really nice way. And it's really cool to share it with you guys and great to share it with this wonderful team of individuals.
Shout out to, let's see, Rihanna's parents. I've seen it in a bunch of shows. Let's see, Jake's parents, G-Ra's brother,
I've seen you.
and fam. So that's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for all
Great.
the parents. Sure, they're all happy about us too.
What you heard, help us spread the good gospel.
Please
Putting
do.
us in your stories, tweeting about us, every little bit helps. We got a de facto street team out there.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you in its ranks.
Definitely.
But stay safe, mask up, wash those
Stay
hands,
safe, mask up.
and hopefully, we'll be rocking in person and hanging with you all really soon.
Yep.
See you soon.
Hell yeah.
Stay safe.
All right, I'm stopping it.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
All right.
Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Bye.
Have an awesome weekend.